Good evening once again, inductees and guests. Please draw your attention to the stage for the beginning of tonight's formal recognition program. I'd like to welcome the current Rho Kappa members to open the program with the Pledge of Allegiance. But however, before we do the Pledge of Allegiance, we are going to play the national anthem. So members, if you can step behind the podium, please, to get ready. Please welcome High School Principal Stephen Herman to the stage for some opening remarks.
Good evening, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Fleetwood Area High School Rho Kappa National Social Studies Honor Society induction ceremony. I'd like to be the first to congratulate all of our new inductees this evening, and I'm especially looking forward to hearing what historical figure inspired you as our current members inductee this evening. So I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to recite the Gettysburg Address. But unfortunately I forgot my glasses. I will turn things back over to Ms. Hefner and our current members so they can do the inductions for this evening. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Founded in 2003 and associated with the National Council for the Social Studies, Rho Kappa is a society whose purpose is to honor excellence in the social studies. This chapter at Fleetwood High School was chartered in September 2017 and is the first of its kind in Berks County. It is an honor to be selected for membership in this organization, and I congratulate each of the inductees for attaining this distinction. The name Rho Kappa is taken from two words of Semitic origin. Rho is derived from resh, meaning head, and kappa is derived from kaf, meaning palm of the hand. Both of these terms symbolize the firm belief that knowledge without service is useless.
Each of you meet the requirement for membership, and this includes superior work in a social study class and participation in school or community service. Your work demonstrates the quality of industry, initiative, and responsibility. The principal purpose of Rho Kappa is to simulate a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of all the academic disciplines comprising the social study curriculum. Thus, on this occasion, it is appropriate to take this moment and reflect on the significance and contribution of the social study in the development of the individual.
Rho Kappa associates itself with four colors: white, green, gold, and blue. White represents virtus, or truth. According to Nadine Rodimer, South African author and Nobel laureate, the truth isn't always beauty, but the hunger for it is. In social studies, we seek the truth. The truth we seek is untarnished by prejudice or bias. It is this search that leads us to greater understandings of the world and humanity's place in it. Green stands for scientifica, or knowledge. The Greek philosopher and dramatist, wow, Euripides stated, "Whoso neglects learning in his youth loses the past and is dead for the future." As a member of Rho Kappa, you have the distinction of being one who seeks knowledge in your youth, and you are therefore building upon your understanding of the past in order to create a future of your own, create a future of your own and that of the world in which we live.
Gold represents sapientia, or wisdom. As Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes said, "It is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen. Wisdom is the tool we use to discern what is true and how to value that truth." The blue candle represents officium, or service. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Indian political leader Mohandas Gandhi once said, "True civic engagement in school or community service lies not within what you do, but why you do it."
At this time, current Honor Society members will be introducing each inductee. Inductees will be called to the front of the stage and will remain in front of the stage until we formally say congratulations. So inductees, you'll end up being in front of the stage with one or two other inductees, and then when we say a final congratulations, you may return to your seat. So I invite our first member to introduce some of the new inductees.
Okay, so first off, Ryan Adamo. Ryan Adamo is the son of Daniel and Jennifer Adamo and brother to Eric and Elise Adamo. Ryan finds social studies is important because it is a running record of all the critical, historical, political, and social events in our world. It is through social studies that we learn about the individuals and the events that have shaped our world and inspire new generations to make a lasting impact. Chase Devlin. Chase Devlin is the son of Neil and Trish Devlin and brother to Delaney Devlin. His favorite social studies figure is Theodore Roosevelt, because he is widely considered to be one of the first modern presidents because of how he gave power to the executive branch. Chase likes Roosevelt most because his policies on conservation of natural resources. Even before Roosevelt's presidency, he was an avid outdoorsman, which led him to have a strong stance on the creation and preservation of many national parks. Chase believes the environment is something that everybody should be concerned about, which Roosevelt embodied throughout his presidency. Kiana Dorsan. Kiana Dorsan is the daughter of Gary and Wisnata Dorsan, and sister to Gary, Chris Anthony, and Garvey Dorsan. And Lindsay Mathias. Her favorite social studies figures are Martin Luther King and Ruby Bridges because they paved the way for Black individuals such as herself, and without them, the proper representation, equality, and rights of the Black American citizens will most likely cease to exist. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Ryan, Chase, and Kiana.
I would like to welcome Julia Dabowski. Julia Dabowski is the daughter of Steve and Sherry Dabowski, and the sister of Matthew and Adam Dabowski. Her favorite social study is Michelangelo because his painting and sculpture changed the world. Next, I would like to welcome Alexander Flem. Alexander Flem is the daughter of Nora and Tracy Flem and the sister of Hedy and Parker Flem. She believes social study is important because it shows us our past mistakes so we can try to learn from them. Next, I would like to welcome Zoe Fernari. Zoe Fernari is the daughter of Ray and Jenna Fernari and the sister of Julia and Izzy Fernari. Her favorite social study figure is Ruth Bryan Ginsburg because she was a women's rights activist who spent her life advocating for gender equality. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Julia, Lexi, and Zoe.
I would like to welcome Tegan Hilbert. Tegan Hilbert is the daughter of Bill and Laura Hilbert and sister to Liam Hilbert. Tegan believes social studies is important to our world because as a country, we learn and grow from past mistakes and achievements. It allows us to regain memory of what our ancestors and important figures fought for and dealt with, also bringing us closer and realizing how far we have come as a nation. I would like to welcome Aiden Kidd. Aiden Kidd is the son of Brady and Erica Kidd and brother to Brennan and Taylor Kidd. Aiden writes that social studies is important to the world because it helps us learn from our mistakes. History is bound to repeat itself if we do not inform our future generations of mistakes made by our ancestors. I'd also like to welcome Joshua Mitten. Joshua Mitten is the son of Seth and Catherine Mitten and brother to Samuel Mitten. His favorite social studies figure is Supreme Court Chief Justice John Marshall. Josh finds him his favorite historical figure because he created one of the most important processes in our American government, the process of judicial review. He believes that the judicial review has been one of the most important pieces of the checks and balances system since its inception. It is because of John Marshall's service on the Supreme Court that our nation continues to thrive as a true democratic republic in which all people are created and be held equal. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Tegan, Aiden, and Joshua.
Tessa Flume. Tessa Flume is the daughter of Bradley and Tracy Flume and sister to Jacob Flume. Her favorite historical figure is Isaac Newton. Newton is most well known for his discovery of gravity through the tail of the apple tree, but his accomplishments are much more than this. Newton played a key role in the scientific revolution, and in addition to history, science is something that Tessa holds near and dear. Joshua Prelitz. Joshua Prelitz is the son of Michael and Heather Prelitz. His favorite social studies figure is John F. Kennedy because he fought for the advancement of technology. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Tessa and Joshua.
We would like to introduce the following inductees who are unable to attend this evening's program. Liliana Arce. Liliana is the daughter of Erica and Jesse Arce and sibling to Evelyn and Jesse Arce. Her favorite social studies figure is Sylvia Rivera because she was an LGBTQ activist. Colin Border is the son of Joshua Border and Jamie Baver and brother to Noel Border. His favorite historical figure is Benjamin Franklin. Franklin was one of the founding fathers of our country, a strong diplomat, and an incredible scientist. He is a representation of what every person could achieve if they worked to their full potential. He inspires Colin to broaden his horizons and view the world through a wider lens. Zaya Burtenberg. Zaya is the daughter of Ola Creston and George Burtenberg and sister to Castellana Burtenberg. She believes social studies help students and our world to learn about itself. History tends to repeat itself. It is important to learn about the past to know why our world is how it is and how it came to be. History helps us form decisions for the future. We have the opportunity to learn from the mistakes of millions before us. It is important that we take it. Mariana Carante. Mariana is the daughter of Mario and Tammy Carante and sister to Gianna Carante and Justine Smith. She finds social studies important so people don't repeat the same mistakes that were made in the past. It also shows people that there are consequences to every action. Evan Fry. Evan is the son of Michael and Rebecca Fry. Evan believes it is important to learn from the past in order to not repeat the bad things and to learn from our mistakes. Lane Geiger. Lane is the son of Brady and Paul Pedry and brother to Cam Geiger and Elise Pedry. His favorite social studies figure is Benjamin Franklin because he could do it all, from inventing some of the most important things in history to helping draft the Albany Plan of the Union. He was the founding father of the United States and helped shape the world we live in today. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Liliana, Colin, Zaya, Mariana, Evan, and Lynn.
To complete the formal introduction process, I invite all new members to rise. Also, turn to the back of your program and join the current members in attendance in reading the Rho Kappa Pledge.
Oh, I'll share. I don't want yours.
I promise to serve others, to research for truth, to utilize knowledge, and to seek wisdom through the pursuit of academic excellence in social studies. I promise to serve Fleetwood Area High School and to the community for true scholars of social studies, lead by example.
Let's have one more round of applause for the new inductee. You may be seated. Before the conclusion of this evening's program, I would like to encourage guests to enjoy an hour in the museum, touring it at your leisure. But before you completely disappear, I would like all of the inductees to meet at the front of the stage so we can get a group picture. But before that, I would like to welcome High School Assistant Principal Jennifer Nyman for some closing remarks.
Thought for a minute there I was getting out of this, like there was just, I thought you guys was going to go. So I just wanted to once again congratulate all of you for your induction into the Rho Kappa Honor Society. And in addition to that, I think we owe your parents, family, and other support members out in the community a round of applause for helping to get you where you are today. I know a lot of your work is individually based and you're very motivated individuals, but I also know that a lot of support goes into this at home. So how about a round of applause for your parents and family? One of the things I picked up from the pledge and having listened to this for a number of years now is the idea of you guys going out into the community and leading by example and listening to your accolades and seeing them posted on the screen as we go for, welcoming you here this evening. I definitely think that all of you are already leading by example and look forward to watching you go out into the world, grow as individuals, and leave your mark not only on the Fleetwood community, but the world. So congratulations again for your induction into the Rho Kappa Honor Society.
Inductees and guests, we're going to begin this evening's formal induction program. I invite anyone who would like to sit on the chairs in the front of the room to do so. Please, certainly, wherever you're comfortable is what's your priority. So anyone's welcome to take a seat, or you can stay back at the tables as well.
Just sit next to me. Yeah, almost there.
Here, I'll sit next to my parents. I want to watch my friends. Nobody followed me.
I want to sit like in the front.
Sit next to my friends.
We're going to begin our program with the playing of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by some Rho Kappa members. So unfortunately, now that I've told you to get your seats, I'm going to ask you to please rise for the playing of our national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please welcome high school principal Stephen Herman to the stage for some opening remarks.
All right, good evening. Welcome to Fleetwood Area High School, Rho Kappa National Social Studies Induction Ceremony. We're looking forward to inducting the honorees this evening, and I'm especially looking forward to hearing what historical figure that each of these students honors the most as our current inductees introduce them this evening. So I know the first group this evening really enjoyed my reciting of the Gettysburg Address, so I think they were all on the edge of their seats, and it wasn't to try to leave, so I won't bore you with that. We will turn things over to Mrs. Hefner and our Rho Kappa members on stage as they will talk about the pillars that make up Rho Kappa. Thank you.
Founded in 2003 and associated with the National Council for the Social Studies, Rho Kappa is a society whose purpose is to honor excellence in the social studies. This chapter at Fleetwood High School was chartered in September of 2007 and is the first of its kind in Berks County. It is an honor to be selected for membership in this organization, and I congratulate each of the inductees for attaining this distinction. The name Rho Kappa is taken from two words of Semitic origin. Rho is derived from resh, meaning head, and kappa, meaning derived from a cap, which means palm of the hand. Both these terms symbolize the firm belief that knowledge without service is useless.
Each of you meet the requirement for membership, and this includes superior work in the social studies class and participate in school and community service. Your work demonstrates the quality of industry, initiative, and reliability. The principal purpose of Rho Kappa is to simulate a deeper and more comprehensible. Thus, on this occasion, it is appropriate to take this moment and reflect on the significance and contribution of the social study in the development of the individual.
Rho Kappa associates itself with four colors: white, gold, green, and blue. White represents Vetarius, or truth. According to Nadine Gronemer, South African author and Nobel laureate, the truth isn't always beauty, but the hunger for it is. In social studies, we seek the truth. The truth we seek is untarnished by prejudice or bias. It is this search that leads to a greater understanding of the world and humanity's place in it. Green stands for scientifica, or knowledge. The Greek philosopher and dramatist Euripides stated, "Whoso neglects learning in his youth loses the past and is dead for the future." As a member of Rho Kappa, you have the distinction of being one who seeks knowledge in your truth, and you are therefore building upon your understanding of the past in order to create a future of your own and that of the world in which we live.
Gold represents sapientia, or wisdom. As Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes said, "It is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen." Wisdom is the tool we use to discern what is true and how to value that truth. The blue candle represents officium, or service. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Indian political leader Mohandas Gandhi once said, "True civic engagement in school or community service lies not within what you do, but why you do it."
At this time, current Honor Society members will be introducing each inductee. Inductees will be called to the front of the stage individually and then asked to remain while a few other students in a small group are called to the front. And then there's one final word of congratulations, and then the inductee may be seated. Let's begin.
I would like to welcome Chase McGonigal. Chase McGonigal is the son of Jennifer Hell Lau and brother of Zoe McGonigal. His favorite historic figure is George Washington because of the role he played in founding of the United States. His leadership and integrity during the Revolutionary War was crucial to the United States victory. He led an army of regular men into the war against the greatest military of all time and didn't once back down. Next, I would like to welcome Reese Mall. Reese Mall is the son of Andrew and Julia Mall and the brother of Ryan Mall. His favorite social study figure is King Robert the Bruce because he was the greatest leader that founded for Scotland's freedom for Britain. He was in many battles and came out victorious. He is known as one of Scotland's national heroes. He also got to live in some huge castle and was a very strategic and fearless leader. Next, I would like to welcome Grace Reed. Grace Reed is daughter of Matthew and Sarah Reed and sister of Laura Stockliffe and Tyler Reed. Her favorite social study figure is Susan B. Anthony because she played an important role in the women's suffrage movement. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Chase, Ryan, and Grace.
I'd like to welcome Ryan Schaefer. Ryan Schaefer is the son of Martin Schaefer and Lindsay Folk and brother to Evan Schaefer. He believes social studies is important to our world because it helps individuals understand the complexities of society. It requires critical thinking through the analyzation of different perspectives and equips people with the knowledge and skills needed to make a meaningful impact on society. Trent Simmons. Trent Simmons is the son of Sharon and Yasha Siddiqui. and brother to Jackson Siddiqui. His favorite social studies figure is Leonardo da Vinci because he valued curiosity and learning. His ideas were centuries ahead of his time. Erin Sonnen. Erin is the daughter of Michael and Donna Sonnen and Kyle and sister to Kyle Sonnen. Antonio Vividali is her favorite social studies figure because listening to his compositions inspired her to start learning how to play instruments, and performing music has become a major part of her life. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Ryan, Trent, and Aaron.
I'd like to welcome Isabella Ulisny. Isabella is the daughter of Diana and John Ulisny and the sister to Johnny Ulisny. She believes social studies is important in all aspects because it helps develop critical thinking skills and helps young people make educated decisions on how to be a productive member of a community, such as voting, obeying laws, and understanding your role as a citizen. It also allows students to appreciate cultural diversity and understand the world around them. I'd like to welcome Olivia Walker. Olivia is the daughter of Dean and Michelle Walker and sister to Kristen and Tyler Walker. Her favorite social studies figure is Alice Paul because of her accomplishments for the women's suffrage movement. Her leadership and fight during the movement is inspiring, and Olivia truly looks up to her. I'd like to invite Luke Williams. Luke is the son of Dan and Lori Williams and brother to Gabby and Jonah Williams. His favorite social studies figure is Alexander Hamilton because of his contributions to the formation of the country. Hamilton fought in the Revolutionary War, formed a debt plan that helped pick the young nation off the ground, and greatly influenced the American financial systems used today. The nation would likely not be where it is now if not for Alexander Hamilton. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Isabella, Olivia, and Luke.
I would like to welcome Ella Yels. Ella Yels is the daughter of Samuel and Jennifer Yels and the sister of Victoria Dietrich, Elizabeth D. Elizabeth Cassidy Staton is her favorite social study figure. She was a leader of women's rights and suffrage movement. Elizabeth advocated for women's educational, property, and vote. She is a organized the first woman, as well as organized the first women's rights convention. Everything that she did in her life helped advance the women's rights movement and work towards equality. Next, I would like to welcome Tony Zhang. Tony Zhang is the son of Min Tai Chen and Min Tai Zhang, and brother of Stephen Zhang. His favorite social study figure is Ignace Semmelweis, who was a man that was ignored, rejected, and ridiculed for his hypothesis that forced sanitation brought death, pathogen. Germ for autopsy and gynecological examination. He had all these ideas on how to solve purple fever, but no one accepted his idea. He got dismissed from the hospital for political reasons and was harassed by the medical community. He had no scientific proof of these death particles. But he did not stop. After doctors began washing their hands, the mortality rate of women dropped significantly. It wasn't until decades later that Semmelweis' contribution began to be recognized more broadly, especially with the discovery of germ theory by Joseph Lipster. Next, I would like to welcome Jade Zakowski. Jade Zakowski is the son of John and Debrew Zakowski. Social study is important because it teaches humanities of its past and help us as a species learn from our success and failures to allow us to grow as a species. Welcome to Rho Kappa, Ella, Tony, Jay.
We'd like to introduce the following inductees who are unable to attend this evening's program. Miles Schroeder is the son of Chris and Jen Schroeder, and brother to Kylie and Adeline Schroeder. Miles says social studies is important to him because it allows him to get a better understanding of our world. Veronica Tucci is the daughter of Daniel and Kimberly Tucci and sister to Connor and Alexander Tucci. Her favorite social studies figure would be Florence Nightingale. She's one of the most celebrated women in British history, and she developed practices of modern nursing. In 1851, she completed the nursing program in Germany despite her family's wishes. She provided assistance during the Crimean War and was appointed as a superintendent of female nurses in hospitals in the East. Many soldiers who were injured or suffering from diseases didn't want help from a woman, but eventually they did let her and her staff assist them as conditions became dire. She was nicknamed the Lady with the Lamp in Scutari when she would pass the beds of injured soldiers, checking on them as they slept. She was also very skilled in statistics, and she recorded the death rate accordingly, as well as collected data that helped her take care of her patients. She's one of the first female members of the Royal Statistical Party. She advocated for reforms of nursing and for more sanitary practices and funded the Nightingale Training School at St. Thomas's Hospital with donations. Her work overall set precedents for modern medicine and nursing, as well as a women's role in healthcare. Ava Van Gotham is daughter of Caitlin Van Gotham. She believes social studies is important because if we learn from what happened in history previously, we can learn from that and try not to let history repeat itself. It also tells us what happened before and how we got where we are as a country today.
To complete the formal induction process, I invite all newly inducted members to rise, find a program, and turn to the back to join the current members in reading the Rho Kappa Pledge.
I promise to serve others, to search for truth, to utilize knowledge, and to seek wisdom through the pursuit of academic excellence. I promise to serve Fleetwood Area High School and to the community for true scholars of social studies lead by example.
Let's have one more round of applause for the new inductees. So this does conclude this evening's program. I hope you enjoyed your hour in the museum before the formal ceremony. I also invite you to partake in some of the refreshments at the back of the room before you depart for the evening. Also, after some remarks given by Assistant Principal Jennifer Nyman, I do ask that inductees come to the front of the stage so we can take a group photo. So, without any further ado, Ms. Nyman, please come to the stage for some closing remarks.
I stand between you and late night snacks, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I would like to suggest that we also offer a round of applause for the parents, family members, community members that have helped get all of our students to this point. We recognize that it takes a lot of support out in the community and at home to allow students to flourish and be successful in any area. The social studies is no exception to that. So we have a quick round of applause for the parents and guardians that are here today. I also just want to say that one of the things I picked out from the pledge is the concept of leading through example. And I think that as I look out across the crowd and I looked at all of the accomplishment accolades and activities that all of these students are involved in, as those things scrolled through at the beginning, I think we are in very good hands, and I look forward to watching each and every one of the current inductees and previous or continued members as they go out into the community and support and lead by example in the Fleet community, and also as they go out into the rest of the world and take all of the things they've learned at Fleetwood and take them out and make the world a better place. So thank you again. Congratulations.